How long does Kevlar body armor last? How many years will it remain effective? Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we're going to shoot a Kevlar vest with multiple different calibers, with this vest being manufactured in 1980s. We're going to start off with the smaller calibers, small to large, and find out how long will Kevlar remain viable for in the state of New York. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to start out with today is 22 CCI mini mag hollow points, 36 grain varmint rounds going at about 1260 feet per second. We're going to be shooting at out of a Glock 19 Gen 4. How the hell are you gonna shoot it out of that? Well, we actually got a conversion kit. We got the Advantage Arms Glock 19 conversion kit. It actually just mounts right on top. New York State, if you want to actually buy one of these in New York where you can shoot it legally, you got to amend it onto your pistol permit. Now, this vest was manufactured in 1989 at a time where getting a second chance was between life and death. I got this from a great coworker of mine that I love. The guy helped me out with a lot of stuff, taught me a lot of wisdom, and wanted me to make a video out of this coming from one of his old collections, him working in law enforcement back in the day. We're gonna see if this vest can stand the test of time. We're gonna capture slow-mo as well using our professional high-speed camera. We're gonna see if it goes through. Ooh. Let's see what we got here. Tiny little impact. I could literally feel the bulge right in here. That's what she said. So you can see there's a bulge right in here, but there is no pass-through. So the 1980s Kevlar vest would save you from a 22. This comes from American Body Armor Equipment, crafted with pride in the USA. Wow, we don't make things in the USA anymore. So the vest successfully stopped the 22 hollow point. We're gonna go right to pistol. We're gonna shoot a 9mm. We're gonna be shooting Remington range ammunition here, proudly loaded in the USA by American workers. 1,090 feet per second. These are actually 124 grains coming out of a 4-inch barrel. We'll see what it's gonna do to this 30-year-old vest. Has the Kevlar degraded enough where this is gonna go clean through, or is this gonna stop it like it did the 22? Go in the comments and tell me what it's gonna do here. Clear. So that 124 grain seems like it packed a little bit of a punch. So let's see what it did. Went right in through here. This is where it caught. Wow, I'm impressed. See, I didn't do any research into this to know whether or not Kevlar is going to degrade over 30, 40, 50 years. It's going to stop it, but it stopped at 9mm, so this would have saved your life back in those days. Guess that's why they call it the second chance. Yeah, I know it's not funny. So the 124 grain full metal jacket 9mm was stopped by the level 3 vest from 1989. We're going to step it up to 38 special. So next up, we got the Smith & Wesson model 586. We're going to be shooting 38 special Federal plus P round. We're going to see if it has enough punch to get through this vest here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. It's a beautiful gun. So I had plenty of stop down power to knock it down off of the cable there. I think I actually managed to hit the same spot as the 9mm because I'm not able to find another hole. It held up. Even being shot in roughly the same area did not go through. I'm starting to get late out. Working all that overtime, trying to get a video out to you guys. If you would so kindly hit a like, hit the follow, comment what you think before the end of the video, what caliber you think is going to make it through, because we're going to step it up. We're going to step it up to the almighty 357 hollow point defensive round. See if that extra oomph, that extra powder behind that cartridge, give it the extra knockdown power. Let's give it a shot. Out of the Smith & Wesson 586. Comment if you think this is gonna do a little bit better than the 38 special. Try to double action this time. Aim for a little bit higher up. I don't know if this was rated for 357 because I think we might have had pass through. Let's check it out. You're not gonna believe this. So we hit a little bit up here. Look at what's sticking out of the back of this thing. Look at this. We actually did have pass through, so it went clean through this side. It caught right into the back panel right here. So no, you would have been mincemeat. It's not looking good for some of the other calibers. Let's step it up to a long gun. We're gonna try a slug coming out of a 12 gauge. So we're gonna be shooting Aguila lead slugs here. They're mini slugs, so they're not gonna have as much power behind it, but also we're pretty much shooting this at point blank range. This is gonna be coming out of a 20-inch Maverick 88. So let's see if this can stop a long gun, but realistically a slug coming out of a smoothbore. Could you believe that? It actually did not pass through. It had no pass through. The only pass through was from the 357 Magnum. But that thing, you probably wouldn't have had a fun day if you got shot with that. But I can feel it right in here. It's embedded in there. If you were shot with a 12 gauge mini slug, quite possibly you would have a chance of surviving that. Not rated to be level 4. I was actually surprised about the 357 going through it. Wasn't surprised that it stopped 9 mil. Wasn't really surprised that it stopped the 22 and the 5.56. I was surprised that it stopped that mini slug, but also it wasn't a full size slug. But I was standing from regular self-defense distance. So now before we get to the finale, we're gonna try out the Liberty Civil Defense specialty ammo, as well as the Plus P Extreme Defender ammunition. See if that penetrates through, because some people claim they'll go through a vest. Let's see if it does. So we're gonna aim a little bit higher up this time. Got it in there. Oof. I think that might have passed through. Well, I'll be damned. I will be damned, because I was debating on with my coworker or not, whether or not this was actually gonna go through a vest. Entry wound was right here. Exit was right here. Literally went through the back, because this was the 5.56 was the only other one that actually went all the way through. The Liberty Civil Defense, it went through the front side of the vest, the back side of the vest, the front panel, through the back side of the back panel, all the way out the other side of the back panel. I think I gotta get my load out with some of this Liberty Civil Defense, because right now I'm running those Extreme Defenders in a mag, so we're gonna see how those stack up. Let's give it a shot. So these are less of a hollow point. These are meant for barriers, for going through objects or maybe cars. Now this is more of your hollow point, and the weight difference is a lot. This is the Liberty Civil Defense here, and this was able to do what it did. So just like 5.56, high speed matters. So we're gonna give this a shot, because this is a Plus P. So let's aim in another spot this time, top right. Holy smokes. I stand corrected with on my body here, because we have the exit, we have the 357, the 5.56, and then we have the Liberty Civil Defense. That Extreme Defender didn't go through. I got it over the Liberty Civil Defense because I thought it would actually do better. I actually stand corrected. This is some crazy stuff. That was where the 357 was embedded in. This is where the Liberty Civil Defense went all the way through, and this is for the 5.56. So the 5.56 and the Liberty Civil Defense are the only things that actually made it through both ends. Front, back, front, back. We're gonna step it up a little bit more now for the finale. This one's 100% gonna go through, or there's an issue. So we're gonna be shooting 30-06 here, ladies and gentlemen. The good old-fashioned M1903. Not the A3. This is a later year Parkerized model, not blued. We're gonna be shooting soft point, Herder's big game, 30-06, 150 grain, going 2,900 feet per second. This is a beautiful gun. Let's load it up. So as you would have expected, clean through here. Big powder stain or lead stain from that soft point. Ladies and gentlemen, just to recap, stop the 22, stop the 9mm, stop the 38 special, put the 357, made it through one side, stop the slug, the Liberty Civil Defense, 50 grain, going 2,000 feet per second, punch through both sides, and obviously the 5.56 and the 30-06 are going to make it through no problem. Level 2 vest from September of 1989 did stand up to what it was designed for after all these years. Thank you to my coworker for giving me this vest to use in this video. And again, me and him are also in an approved profession to legally purchase body armor and give it to each other. Shout out to the man upstairs for giving me breath every single day. But ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, comment what you think in the comment section below. And I know, obviously, with a level 2 vest, it tells you what will stop it, what won't stop it. So you might be asking, why am I surprised? Well, I didn't research into this, whether Kevlar degrades over time or whether it doesn't, or whether it only lasts a couple years, because on a lot of body armor, they give you a 5-year time frame, or on the plates, on certain body armor, they give you a date of which they say it's going to be good for. This vest is probably well outside of that range. But again, I love you all. Stay tuned for next week's video. You're going to want to see this. Spread the word. I'll see you on the next one.